Welcome back, weebs and gamers. This is AG here, back with another deck profile. Today I'll be doing it on my updated slime deck. So I have got the new set 3 cards in, and they're just fantastic, honestly. Basically everything that I wanted from slime, because I didn't really like set 2 at all. There was like a few tech cards here and there that I liked, like the level 0 that goes to memory and stuff, but overall I thought set 2 was pretty trash. Like, obviously, because I think they tried to cater to, the 8 choice and the 8 standby decks. So, rather than, like, the kind of set 1 deck, how that was built, I just preferred the set 1 deck a lot. So I just kind of just disregarded set 2 for the most part. But now it's back, and the set 1 deck has gotten, like, a huge upgrade. It's basically got, like, a new Climax combo, new finishers, new everything. So, yeah, it's just, fantastic. And, yeah, I just want to go over it here. So this is the... Get started. So, first things first, we have 4 copies of the Ricky. This is a pretty standard, I would say. Well, I don't know, not really. Like, because before I actually only played 3 copies because you had, like, the Mask event, the 1-1 event, so you already had, like, a lot of search power in your deck. So you didn't really need Rickies as much, I felt. But now you don't play the Mask event for 1, and also you really need this card for your yellow to help yellow fix. So yeah, just basically better to just max this card now, max copies, and yeah, can't go wrong with that. It's also gone up in price a lot. Like, there's a lot of the set 1 cards that have gone up in price. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's kind of the same thing with Sao and Overlord and all those sets. They're just going up in price from the old sets. Next we have, this is the Miron. This is the new Brainstorm. So she's just a tap self search Brainstorm, actually. So normally I would say search is slightly worse than salvage, which it is, but this has a very good secondary effect that once you're level 2 and you have the level 2 Shuna in play, it just becomes a global 1k as well, which is pretty insane. And so it's kind of worth the trade-off. And you also have to have this in play for the Shuna's effect as well. So yeah, basically mandatory to play this card. I don't think you need 4 though. I think 3's probably fine. Next we have just 2 copies of the set 1 Cheery Rimuru. This card is still pretty good. You don't play like any events or anything in this deck, so it's not quite as good. Before you could get like Mask event and stuff with this, which is pretty cool. Or just your Climax combo, whatever, right? But yeah, I really would want to fit in a 3rd one of this, because I usually always play at least like 3 Cherries. But yeah, I just can't find room, to be honest. And there's plenty of other blues, so you don't really need blue too much. Next we have 2 copies of the TD Rimuru card. This card has always just been super solid. It's like a double hand fix. And again, helps. This is like pretty much one of the other best levels 0 yellow characters you can play to help color fix for yellow. So yeah, I just feel like before I think I would only ever play 1, but because of that yellow fix and because you also play 8 pants now, so having the ability to have to discard Climaxes from your hand to salvage is really good. Especially since this deck didn't get a pants support as well, so that's extra helpful, basically. Next we have 2 copies of the set 1 bomb. So this is just a bomb and just like a normal one. And then also it has the pay 3 to send all their stock to waiting room, and they top deck the same amount of stock. So yeah, just super solid card and one of the best red cards you can play. Next we have 2 of this card. So this is the new kind of... I feel like they're giving this effect to everyone now, which I'm glad for, because I really do like this effect. It's one of those effects that I'd probably play at least like 1 or 2 copies of in every deck if I could. Which is just come and play, you can send a card in your hand to your stock. So basically if you're just like 1 stock short for something, or you know, if you want to do whatever effects or brainstorm whatever, you always have access to maybe get an extra stock if you really need it. And also, she just has a pay 1 sacker to look at 4, take a character. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Good combination of abilities there, basically. And then we have just the last two one-ofs is one copy of this is like the new Maru Climax swap. So just standard Climax swap, and then also has like a top check effect, so which actually helps because you do need a top check for a few things in this deck. So that's pretty nice. And then one copy of I forget what the ninja guy's name is, but he's just a drop search, and he also has a free level swap, which is really nice. You don't need levels swap for most things in this deck, because normally you're just gonna get red, blue. It's mainly just for the yellow, because you do only play 6 yellow cards, so sometimes you might need this to help level swap a yellow if needed. You could just cut this for like another yellow card, honestly. Like you could play it's like a level 0 pay to refresh your deck yellow Rimuru. You could just play one copy of that over this. So I'm kind of just testing that for now, but it's a drop search, can't go wrong with a drop search. And I do just want to make a point that I am not playing the Millium Red Runner from set 2 for 2 reasons. One, I don't want to pay $30 for a just basic ass runner that has no other effects and 2 is because I just don't like cards like that. I generally prefer my level 0s to have effects that I can use throughout the entire game, and not just the first turn of the game and then have it be completely worthless dead card for the rest of the game after that. So I just really hate cards like that. So I just made it a point to just not even play that card. I just don't even care. And then the fact that it's like $30 and I'd have to buy 4 of them, like, nah. F that. I'm not doing that. So moving on to level 1, we have 4 copies of the set 1 Climax combo. This card is pretty broken. If you paying attention to Slime since set 1, you know that this card is crazy. It's basically just a normal Climax swap, or not Climax swap, Climax combo, just mill 2 salvage, but also just goes to memory for free if you hit a top check. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Just allows you to get like free memory compression. But the funny thing was that like the old deck, because these went to memory, it basically made it so like it was harder to use them for the rest of the game, because you get like probably minimum 2, sometimes even 3 or 4 in your memory. So you wouldn't you wouldn't have a Climax combo after that. So but now that you have the level 2 Climax combo, it kind of just supplements not having this combo after basically the level 1 turn. So yeah, pretty good. Then we have this new card. So this card is pretty crazy, actually. It's just weird how it just has like a super good combination of abilities. Like, so it's basically, if it just becomes a 6k Clock Encore from your waiting room, so you can just like choose whatever you want to put to your clock, which is nice. So if you need like specific color, like yellow or red or something, then you can do that. And it's also just come and play, ditch a Demon Continent, and search your deck for the level 2 Miron new Climax combo. So that is basically makes it extremely consistent that you have a Bonder search for your Climax combo, and because he has Climax Clock Encore, it allows you to like not get stuck at level 1 essentially. So like if you got hit to like 1-5, you could just Clock Encore with this, go to level 2, and then play your Mirons, right? So yeah, just super good overall, and it's like a 106k attacker. Definitely one of the best new cards in this set. And then we have 2 of this card. So this is also a Bonder card, actually. This is a Bonder to the set 1 level 3 red Dragonoid Millium, and so that card was always considered like pretty good, but it was always only just played as like a one of, because you did play events in the deck and it has come and play top check for character to burn 1. So you did play events, so that was kind of a thing. And you also didn't have like any real good way to kind of get to it, and it was like a pay 3 clock kick, so that's kind of expensive if you're like paying for other Climax combos. So yeah, but this card, they printed this card. This gets rid of all of its downsides basically. So it's come and play, just discard a card, bond to her from your waiting room, and then also has come and play top check 2 and rearrange. So it basically allows you to stack the card perfectly, so you get the burn 1 all the time. I mean, assuming they're not like both Climaxes or whatever. And then also has, when you play the Millium to stage, you can send this card from your stage to your stock and give it an extra 1500 power. So this just basically refunds one of the stock that you paid the player, which is crazy. There's like a similar card to this in Bang Dream. It was like a old green early play Bang Dream card, and that card was always played a lot too. So yeah, I'm not surprised this card is going to get played. This is crazy. It just makes that card way consistent. Way more consistent than it used to be. Then next we have... no level 1 counters, actually, because Slime doesn't really have that many good level 1 counters anyway. And you kind of just want to focus on your level 2 game once you get to level 2, rather than your level 1s. Because you kind of just want your Shizurus to die, so you don't really care as much. So moving on, we have, of course, the 4 copies of the new level 2 Miron. So, yeah, this is like basically Alice from the new SAO sets. Slightly, ever so slightly worse, though, I would say, because she is... you can't play her at level 1, for one. But also because she is Search from your deck, rather than Salvage, so that is, again, kind of worse. Like, kind of the same thing, like, both the Miron cards are, like, Search rather than Salvage, which, you know, it's whatever, it's still good, right? But it's just, like, ever so slightly worse, pretty much. And, yeah, but she's just, if you have 2 or more Demon Continents, gets plus 5k, so she just becomes 10-5, and then, but I will say that Miron probably has better support behind her, because the Alice usually just have the 2 global 5s in back row that don't do anything pretty much after the turn you play them. Whereas the back rows for this deck are crazy because it's a global 2k and hexproof. Your whole stage hexproof, which is unheard of in WEISS pretty much. You can't get money counter, can't get anti-change countered, nothing. So just absolutely insane. And yeah, so that actually, when combined with those support cards, which you pretty much should always have, basically makes her 12-5 across turn. So yeah, just absolutely crazy card. And it's pretty cool that this deck doesn't actually play a level 3 combo, but we'll get to that in a second here. So this is the Shuna card that I was saying. So yeah, basically if you have her and the Miron both on stage, they basically both become global 2, or they becomes global 2k and hexproof to your whole stage. So yeah, just absolutely insane. Pretty much one of the main cards of this deck that makes it stand out, I guess, from the rest of the decks in WEISS. And then we have 2 of the Memory Kick Benny Maru counter. So this is actually one of the few things that I'm not sure of on this deck, which is the counters. I've seen some people play these, like, set 1 anti-change counter, or you can play the new the Ferris Fairy Girl. She's like a +6 soul counter. It's pretty expensive, but hey, +6 soul, you know. And or this card. So I'm just going with this card for now because I do like memory kicking stuff, and this is just like a full 3k backup. So it just helps get over some stuff that you might not be able to. Yeah, but I'll see. Still gonna test out the counters for sure. So moving on to level 3, you have 4 of the Benimaru level 3. So this is, if you've played Hololive, it's similar to the Subaru from Subaru level 3 from Hololive, where he has experience if you have red, blue, and yellow in your level zones. He basically gains the effect of on attack. Subaru is on attack pay 2, whereas he is on attack pay 1 ditch 1. And then you reveal the top card of your deck, and you burn them. Subaru is just straight up burn 2. But he is like a Musashi, so you burn +1 to whatever level you reveal. I'd probably say, I don't know which one is better, to be honest. They're both good for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say. They're both pretty much the same. But yeah, this Benimaru is insane. He's basically your main finisher because I'll show you in a second once I'm done the deck profile. I kind of want to do this because it's basically the go-to field that you want every time. And it's just very consistent, like small pings of damage, which is very, very good in WEISS. You know, not advised to be swinging for like 5 all the time in WEISS, even though it is funny, right? But yeah. and then 2 of the Millium level 3s. So, you only need like 2 because you have the Bonder for it, and you pretty much only want to play like 1 in your finishing turn anyway. You would never want to play 2, really, because it's pay 3 clock kick. So, in this deck, you can get decent amount of stock, but you're not going to get like an insane amount of stock, right? So, yeah, just 2 copies of this. And then the last level 3 is just 2 copies of the early play. Just for consistency-wise, more heals, you know, just good card overall. You're already playing level 1, might as well. And then we just have the Climaxes. So we have the 4 copies of the old Climax and 4 copies of the new Climax. Yep. That's it, guys. Yeah, so I just wanted to do a quick rundown here. So pretty much you need... Let's do this here. Just for sakes. Just to show my entire stage here. Put that in my hand. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, here we go. So pretty much this is what you want. So you have these 3 in hand, right? You have these 3 in hand. The Millium in waiting room, pretty much. And then you go play this, discard a card, get back this, top check. You top check 2. Hopefully it's both characters. Hopefully good level characters, not like level 0s or something. So if it's both 2 characters, and let's just say, it's these. Let's just say top deck is like a level 2 and a level 3, right? So, now you play the Millium. You pay 2 for her, and then you send this to stock. She gets extra 15. Then you play this, heal, play this, heal. And then, the good thing about this Maru is that, unlike Musashi, he doesn't actually mill, he just top checks. So, the 2 cards that you top checked for the Bonder card are still there, and they will still be there when you attack. So, you swing here first. So say you trigger this first, or not trigger, but reveal for his effect. So that's burn 4, and then you trigger it. So that'd be also for like 3 or 4, and then you go for this again, reveal this. So that is for 3, and then swing for 3 or 4, whatever, and then swing for this. And this you gets 1k whenever one of your other characters attacks. So this is you always want this to attack last anyway. So it just works out that way that that's how you want to do it. So, and then you swing with this, swing for 3 or whatever, and then you have your pay 3 exact. Even if you had no stock going into this, it would still be, or no, sorry, you'd have to have 2 stock. Yeah, minimum 2 stock, because you pay 1, ditch 1 for each of these, and then this, her attack, and then you pay 3 afterwards, and clock kick their character. So, yeah, so that's, basically, like, 3 pings, so that's 3 pings, 3 attacks, and a clock kick. So, just, like, very, very good, consistent damage, and because you get to top check with the Bonder, you can see exactly what you're swinging for with the Maru. So, say one of them was like a level 0, for instance, and one of them was like a level 2 or something, you could just, use the effect for the level 2, and maybe you don't want to use it for the level 0, because it's only going to be burn 1 or something, and you don't want burn 1, or, whatever your situation arises. But, yeah, so I just thought that was a really cool field setup. It's also not Climax combo, which is really nice. There's been very few decks in WEISS that have been able to operate successfully without a level 3 Climax combo. Namely, like Madoka, old school Madoka, and Nisekoi, and maybe a few others that I can't think of off the top of my head. But yeah, those are those are 2 of my favorite decks of all time, is Madoka Set 1 and Nisekoi. So, the fact that I get to play Slime now with, super consistent Climax combos and not a Climax combo finisher lineup is, that's pretty much the best thing I could ask for. So, that's it, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and this is EIJI'S signing out.